They were the supreme, most mysterious gods of ancient Egypt. One was Amun, the almighty god. The other was his divine consort, Nayan. For the people, serving these two deities was the highest honor, a privilege only the most elite nobles could obtain. Today, however, Nayan did not feel joyful about Amun's return. Rumor had it that a certain pink-haired fox spirit had appeared beside Amun, and that rumor shattered Nayan's vinegar jar of jealousy. The worst part? A nearby servant just had to say the wrong thing at the worst moment, poking directly into Nayan's sore spot. In the end, the chief steward scolded that servant harshly. Nayan cared so much for one reason. In this desert land, most people had black hair and black eyes. Even the rare ones with heterochromia only had shades of brown. Only the two divine beings possessed golden eyes, the same color as the sun itself. Except for certain foreign envoys from distant lands. So Nayan grew even more curious. What kind of charm did that person have to make Amun so interested? Soon, dressed in brilliant ceremonial attire, Nayan arrived before the great Amun, who had returned triumphantly. Observing him carefully, Nayan found no sign of injury on Amun. A relief. Amun extended a hand, lifting Nayan's chin gently. "You're wearing jewelry I've never seen before," he said. "I like it." Facing Amun's soft voice, Nayan once again felt that overwhelming sense that he was about to be devoured whole. "This is an offering from a wealthy merchant," Nayan replied. "A set of amber ornaments. Since when did Amun become so gentle to me? What exactly am I afraid of?" But Amun, being a god, rarely showed true interest in anything. So Nayan wondered, would this indifferent man really be interested in that newcomer? Though they were supreme deities, at this moment both of them were troubled because of a single mortal they had never even met. What if that person is more beautiful than me? Just as Nayan raised his head anxiously, a pair of divine birds flew overhead, connecting to a strange vision. A flash of some scene, past or future, he could not tell. His cheeks went completely red and he hurried to change the subject. "Amun, how did the monster hunt go this time?" "The same as always, nothing special." Nayan continued asking question after question, from Amun's favorite colors to trivial preferences. Only then did he voice his true concern. "I heard the new concubine has very unique hair and eye colors." To Nayan's surprise, even Amun didn't know the details. It was the high priest at his side who spoke. "Yes, my lord. There is indeed someone unusual. They possess pink hair and pink eyes." Nayan exploded on the spot. "Pink? Do humans even have such colors? Is it dyed?" "We've checked," said the high priest. "It is not dye. But even so, he's just a human, and cannot be compared to the supreme gods." Still, Nayan's curiosity only grew. He kept asking question after question and even regretted not going to take a look earlier. A servant like that? Amun must be just as curious as I am. Yet at this moment, Amun was clearly not happy. He seemed a little jealous himself. Meanwhile, Nayan was lost in wild imagination to the point his head swayed back and forth. Amun interrupted him. "It's a lovely day. Shall we walk by the lake?" But Amun didn't answer immediately, leaving Nayan awkwardly muttering, "Maybe next time." Thankfully, Amun finally responded with a single, "All right." Still, Nayan felt a little sad. I can't read his heart. I don't even know what I am to him. Why am I always talking to myself like an idiot? What exactly am I hoping for? As he ate quietly, his small gestures once again ignited that dark, dangerous desire in Amun's eyes. Nayan shuddered. There it is again. That feeling he might eat me alive. To entertain the gods, the high priest summoned 2 slaves to duel to the death. Nayan hated this. The high priest's performances had never once pleased him. As expected, one of the slaves soon fell into a pool of blood. Amun's voice drifted toward him. "Well, better than boat rowing, isn't it?" But Nayan felt only dread. He still forced himself to agree politely. "You don't look like you're enjoying it," Amun teased. "Too bad we can't enjoy it together. But our slaves are endless. One day, you'll learn to enjoy it." Nayan knew very well, except for him, Everyone here found joy in that brutal bloodshed. Back in his bedroom, Nayan collapsed onto the bed. He didn't understand why he always seemed out of place, why he could not see what everyone else found amusing. It must be my problem, right? Maybe with time, I'll change. Beside him, a small antelope-horned servant was spreading jam on bread. My lord Nayan, you're just too soft-hearted. So what if a slave dies? You can't see such rare entertainment outside the temple. Then watch it for me, Nayan muttered into the pillow. I'm not eating anymore. The little servant gasped dramatically and stuffed more bread into his mouth. My lord, they're just slaves. Winning gives them a chance to regain commoner status. It's a chance to change their fate. But I'm not Amun, Nayan sighed. I simply dislike killing. Soon after, the little servant was dragged out by the chief steward for talking too much and forced to kneel as punishment. Later, after Nayan woke from a nap, his servants helped him dress for the evening banquet. He chose the same amber jewelry simply because Amun had said he liked it. My lord, my hands hurt so much, whined the kneeling servant. My father never punished me like this. You shouldn't have talked back to me. You brought it upon yourself. Nayan flicked his fingers, releasing him from punishment. Instantly, the servant turned into a loyal puppy, sliding dramatically to Nayan's side. My lord, wear an anklet too. Amun will surely love it. Pink-haired beauties ruin families, the servant added under his breath. Even gods can't resist them. As Nayan stepped into the banquet hall, the event officially began. Watching Amun casually eat gemstones reminded Nayan of past attempts when he himself tried eating pearls. They tasted awful. Yet to Amun, gold, gemstones, meat, or powdered minerals, they all tasted the same. Then Nayan picked a small ruby from the tray and, almost without thinking, held it up to Amun's lips. Amun leaned down and bit it, in a way that was far too sensual. Slurping sounds followed, and Nayan thought he might combust on the spot. Just as the two gods were enjoying a quiet, intimate moment, Amun suddenly turned his head and stopped. Before them stood a breathtaking figure, the new arrival. He looked like a precious flower from Nayan's own garden. In that instant, all of Nayan's jealousy melted into admiration. Wait, he's my rival. I shouldn't. But one polite smile from the pink-haired youth and Nayan was instantly defeated. Amun reacted the same way. Bring him to me, Amun ordered. Nayan felt struck by lightning. So Amun is interested in him, just like I feared. The pink-haired youth approached and, answering Amun's question, said, My name is Langwin. I grew up in the northern land of Sora. Nayan searched his memory. That place was extremely far away. Why come this far to be a servant? Nayan asked. It makes no sense to let someone so unknown serve the gods. Before he could continue, Amun rose from his throne and walked toward Langwin. Nayan's words died in his throat. Amun circled the pink-haired youth twice. You say you're from the north. Then he leaned in and took a deep breath near Langwin's neck. The blow to Nayan's heart was devastating. Amun had never done such a thing to him. Langwin gave a polite smile back, practically a declaration of war. Innocent Nayan stood no chance. Amun asked, What is this fragrance on you? I have a natural talent for creating perfumes, Langwin replied. These are blends I made myself. You may leave, Amun said. Nayan froze. What exactly is that scent? Is this why humans serve gods? They truly take no distance at all. Amun clearly liked it. Dragging Nayan away, Amun listened as Nayan whispered, May I ask, what did he smell like? It's a scent I've never encountered before. Nayan wanted to ask if Amun cared for Langwin, but the words died in his throat. Before parting that night, Nayan asked if he could stay in Amun's chambers. On the way, his mind drifted again to the pink-haired youth, whose colors resembled the lotus blossoms on the lake. Even Nayan had to admit he was unforgettable. The next morning, still half asleep, Nayan realized someone was beside him. Before he could react, Amun pulled him close. Right in front of passing servants, Amun rubbed against him affectionately. Nayan was so embarrassed he nearly buried himself under the blanket. Despite trying to suppress every sound, a small whimper escaped him, broadcasting everything to everyone within earshot. Why am I the only one feeling ashamed? Aren't we both gods? Why am I the only embarrassed one? Then Amun whispered, "You're delicious." And 8,000 words must be skipped here. Dear readers, please imagine the rest. Afterward, Nain let out a long sigh. "You're sighing. Does it hurt?" Amun asked. "No, it's just a little sore." After their morning training, Amun, thoroughly satisfied, kept feeding Nain affection nonstop, so much that Nain once again felt as if he were about to be devoured whole.